studios. Now to start off, the Supreme Court has been busy of late with multiple states approaching it against the centre. It's a beef over relief, with states levelling serious charges against the centre, accusing it of denying them funds. Now, during a hearing today, the top court expressed concerns over the proliferating instances of various states directly approaching it over several issues without actually discussing it with the central government. Now, the Supreme Court urged for harmony between the union and the state governments, emphasizing that there should not be a contest between them. Now, the remark came during the hearing of a plea by the Karnataka government seeking the release of drought relief funds. Now, in this particular matter, the Karnataka government alleged that the centre's delay in providing financial assistance had violated the fundamental rights of its citizens affected by drought. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the centre, suggested here that Karnataka could have communicated directly with the union instead of filing a petition under Article 32. He also raised concerns about the timing of the PIL ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. But Karnataka isn't the only one. Tamil Nadu too has knocked on the top court's doors alleging stepmotherly treatment. Tamil Nadu has demanded a relief to the tune of 37,000 crore as disaster relief. And we've of course seen Kerala as well go to court very recently. So at this point in time, how does this matter really come to an end? Is it going to be a political tug-of-war between the centre and the state? Is there a resolution at sight? Or will really the state government have to plead more at this point in time? Surabhi Hudigere, BJP spokesperson, and Sathya Prakash from the Congress party is also with us. Arun BS, senior journalist, joining us today on the broadcast. I'm going to take this across to the Congress and the BJP first. Let's start off with the Congress party here. Well, there are directions at this point in time, of course, Mr. Sathya Prakash, that within 2 weeks this matter should be settled. Do you feel finally justice has been done in the Supreme Court? And what do you make of the remark that came in that there should have been dialogue with the centre?
See, Popana, you need to understand that the government of Karnataka has done everything possible under the constitution. We have given representation as early as September 23rd to the central government. The central government has sent a team on 4th to 9th October. They have even made an assessment. The Agricultural Ministry on 20th November, I have the letter with me. If you want, I can show it to you. Has given the recommendation to the Secretary of the Home Ministry to pursue the matter and release the NDRF funds with the HLC. HLC means High Level Committee chaired by Mr. Amit Shah. In a democracy, executive, judiciary, and legislature are the three pillars of the democracy. And media is the unofficial fourth pillar. We have gone to the executive. Our revenue minister, our deputy CM, and our chief minister have met the prime minister, home minister, and the finance minister. We have gone to the legislature. We have called an all-party meeting, called all the MPs to take a all parliament this thing to the prime minister. But the BJP MPs never came to us. We did everything possible. But the point is, when the executive fails, when the legislature fails, we have only three options. One option is to go to the judiciary, which is the third pillar of the democracy. Second option is to go to the people that we are already doing today. Okay. Third option is to go to the people and media saying that, whatever Amit Shah, when he came to Karnataka, has lied to the people of Karnataka. The Kannadigas now know that Mr. Amit Shah and BJP are just giving them jumlas. Understand the chronology. We have followed all the procedures. According to NDRF Act, within 20 days of the central team coming and giving a report, funds should be released. And look at what we have done. All the SDRF funds amounting to 929 crore, which we have already given to the people. 929 crores we have given. But the loss is enormous. The loss is to an extent of 18,171 crores, out of which 4,663 crores is for crop loss of the farmers. Farmers are the backbone of our economy. More than 60% of the people of Karnataka are farmers. And another 12,577 is for people whose livelihoods have been affected. But not even a single paisa has been released by Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi. Today, Amit Shah and Mr. Modi have become villains in the eyes of Kannadigas.
Okay, Mr.
Ours is
Sathya Prakash.
cooperative federalism.
Mr. Sathya Prakash. Okay, you're saying not a single rupee has been released. Now, this question was asked to the finance minister while she was in Bengaluru on Saturday. I'm going to quote what she said. She said she's not going to harp on on any aspect on a cover for delay in the NDRF, but the union government did not wait for the disaster to happen to release the fund under SDRF, unquote. This is what she said. And more importantly, she says that 697 crores out of 928 crore has already been released in 2 installments. So why not start using these funds was an aspect that she touched on upon. I want you to respond to that as well.
Funds, see, please understand, Bopana, let us not be rhetoric. SDRF funds to the extent of 929 crores is fully utilized by the state government. Now we require NDRF funds. NDRF funds to the extent of, we have asked around 18,000 crores. Let them release 4,000 crores, 5,000 crores. Why is Mr. Amit Shah lying to the people of Karnataka? What has Mr. Nirmala Sitharam said? Our revenue minister, Mr. Krishna Bairagoda, has asked for an open debate through the media. But Mr. Nirmala Sitharam just ran away from the debate. What was wrong? If she was right, she would have come to the media, gone to Mr. Krishna Bairagoda, there would have been a debate. Pani ka pani, doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani, the people of Karnataka would have come to know. But Nirmala Sitharam, gave wild gestures and, she started, she had no words at all. While Amit Shah lied to the people of Karnataka, Nirmala Sitharam just said, made jumlas of the people of Karnataka. So this is what I'm saying. Now, one more thing what we are saying is, look at we Swabhimani Kannadigas. Why should we wait for 6 months? We sent the report on September, October till March. It is 7 donkeys months. Why can't the central government release some funds, 4,000 crores, 5,000 crores? Why is people of Karnataka and Kannadigas shown stepmotherly treatment by Amit Shah and Modi and BJP is a question. Today, in another 20 days, Karnataka is going to vote. They are going to teach Amit Shah and Modi.
So you're saying when the court said they should have had a dialogue instead of coming to court, you've already had dialogues, you've submitted multiple memorandums, and you've exhausted all the options, and that's when you've gone to court. That's what you're trying to say.
We have met the Prime Minister, we have met Amit Shah, we have met the Finance Minister, central teams have come here, we have discussed with the Central Ministry, Agriculture Ministry has sent a report to the Home Ministry.
Okay, then I'll take it across to Surabhi. Surabhi, this is on record that there have been multiple meetings. But the lawyer on the BJP's behalf or the centre's behalf there says that they should have probably come to the centre, instead of actually coming to court. And then the court also had certain observations to make on the same lines as well. Now with the Congress coming down quite heavily and saying that there has been an inordinate delay as far as the centre releasing these funds, and we saw that being accepted as well by the finance minister. Is there any sort of relief at sight for the farmers who are in distress?
Let me first start off by very clearly stating that the complaint that we have is that the Congress party here in Karnataka is politicizing drought relief to an extent that has not been seen before. The state government is primarily responsible for providing relief and rescue. The center only jumps in as and when required in worst case situations. Number one. Second, Mr. Sathya Prakash talked about a delay, that Swabhimani Kannadigas should not deal with. So let me remind him that 2004 to 2005, when there was drought during the Kharif season, the memorandum was submitted on November 4th. The amount was released in March of 2005. Same way, in 2006 to 7, there was drought May to August. The amount date was of the memorandum was in August, and the release date was also much later. Similarly, if I may, talk about the more recent 2008, 2009, when there was a Kharif season drought, September was when the money was requested, and the release was much later. This is as per who was in power at this point in time? It was the UPA. First and foremost, if we were proactive here in Karnataka, we would have declared the talukas much before, the drought-prone talukas much before. There was a delay in declaring the drought talukas. There was also 2-3 meetings called later on to correct the number of talukas, etc., etc. So there has been some lackluster performance here in Karnataka. Second, he spoke about SDRF. I will correct myself. I would correct the statement that yes, SDRF has been provided because that is what the Finance Commission mandates, and that money has come through much before. What exactly has happened to that SDRF fund? We want a detailed breakup. Please let us know. The relief that you have given has also come from the center. If you are accusing
What
stepmotherly
is this,
treatment,
Deepak?
should the center have not given the SDRF
Deepak,
funds? The third thing is there is also a disaster mitigation fund. Through that as well, a certain amount of 1,000 crores plus has been allocated for the state of Karnataka. So there have been multiple such instances. The problem that's happening here is that in Karnataka specifically, the timing of this request and going to court, I think the court has said it very well today, that this is not an issue that the court has to intervene and mitigate on. There are, of course, that it is in the concern of the people of the state that there should be better relief activity. The ministers, each minister, district in charge minister, should be in their districts talking to people who have gone through difficulties. Instead, there is a lackluster lack of empathy for farmers themselves. Money that was supposed to go to the farmers are going elsewhere. The sort of concern that they have for farmer suicides is so negligible that one of the ministers in Congress government has said that farmers are committing suicide because the farm suicide compensation has increased. This is the sort of apathy that the Congress party has here.
Now, before we get into all other aspects where both of you all attack each other politically, the crux of the matter here is there is some relief sought. There has been a delay. Now they've approached court. Now the question, two aspects really come into the picture here. Whether the state government is burdened by its own, fund crunch, and that's where, this release or the delay in release is hurting them so much, or is there a purposeful delay here to really hurt the Congress party even more, who seem to have really just balancing out their finances with, ensuring that their guarantees as well reaches the people ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Arun, put this into perspective for our viewers, because firstly, Karnataka, of course, has seen multiple instances of drought when they've approached centers during those situations. How much of a time frame do we really look at in terms of relief to come in? And this time, when you look at the time frame, do you see an inordinate delay or do you see a normal process being followed?
Deepak, I certainly see an inordinate delay. Day before yesterday, our Minister Krishna Bairegowda here in Karnataka, he said that the state is required to submit the memorandum before 31st of October. But the state government, knowing the gravity of the situation, submitted it in September itself. I think it was September 23rd. That is one point. Now, day before yesterday, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was here in Bangalore. And she said, I just want to point out, Deepak, Prime Minister Modi, in a 2014 election campaign, he said his government will strive for minimum government, maximum governance. But look at the process that is to be followed under the drought relief or any natural calamity. This is according to Nirmala Sitharaman day before yesterday. After the memorandum, the central ministry visits the state. Fine. The committee of the ministry, interministerial central team visits the state and conducts an assessment. The assessment report would go to Agriculture Ministry, which has gone. Then Agriculture Ministry submits the report to subcommittee of the National Executive Committee, which places it before the high-level committee. Then it goes to the Home Ministry because HLC is chaired by the Home Minister. Now, there are so many processes involved in this. By the time the state submits, I'm not talking of Karnataka alone, any state for that matter, by the time the state submits the submission, the memorandum, to the point when the state government receives the funds, it would be several months. So in this time, it is the election time, and the minister has said that because of the elections, they cannot release the funds. Now, what the government was doing for the last so many months, is it because of the delay or is it because of any other issue involved here? I think there is a huge delay. I don't know what is the reason, whether it's because there is an opposition party is ruling here. I don't think that is the case. But if that is not the case, then what is the matter? Because I remember Chief Minister Siddaramaiah saying that he and Mr. Gowda met a Home Minister in November, and the Home Minister said the very next day a meeting will be called. But that meeting was not called. So after that, till today, what happened that we don't know. So there has been a delay, and I'm a bit surprised that the
Well,
court was
that's
told today
precisely
that,
what I was trying to ask Surabhi as well, Arun, and I'm going to take your question back to her because Surabhi, as far as meetings are concerned, they have happened. As far as meeting deadlines, as far as the state government making their submissions, it has happened. The finance minister cites election commission's permission. Well, the election commission came into the picture only about 15 to 20 days ago. So is the delay only of 20 days? Because, the Congress has been saying that the delay, or they've been speaking about it for the last couple of months.
So
Now, if you say it is not politics, then there has to be some sort of a justification to this delay that needs to be given, isn't it?
No, but I do not understand on what basis Arun sir is talking about the delay over here. I'm speaking again. I spoke to you about 2004 to 2009 numbers. I'm talking to you about 9 to 14 now. In 2009-10, there was a drought. The memorandum was submitted in July. The relief amount came through in November. That's a good couple of months later. Same way, 2011, the memorandum was submitted in November. It came through in March. I can keep going on these numbers. There are different procedures for flood and drought. Flood relief money came in sooner. This was all during the UPA government. That is not to excuse the fact that people need immediate relief. But it is the state government through its mitigation fund as well as the relief fund that need to be the first responders in case of a crisis like this, especially with respect to drought. The compensation amount comes in much later. And let me tell you very honestly and clearly, which is that the state government here in Karnataka is shying away from the fact that while the UPA government, when it was in power, gave a meagerly 3,655, in the last 10 years, the Modi government has given 12,000 plus in terms of NDRF and SDRF. So the amount that has come through has increased. But the Congress government here is trying to shift blame. They are trying to make it a BJP center state issue because they think it is politically relevant. It is not the case. And as much as they talk about federalism,
Prakash,
this
respond
is
to
not
that.
the way to go about things in the Supreme Court.
Okay, let's have him respond. Surabhi, let's have Mr. Sathya Prakash respond. Two aspects. One is that this is unnecessarily being raked up by the Congress for political gains is a charge. The other is she's matching time frames between the UPA period and now the NDA period. So if you could respond to those two aspects.
See, go back and see what Mr. Modi said when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. See, what was he telling? He was telling cooperative federalism follow karna chahiye. Center should take care of the states. Now today when he is at the helm, what is he doing? He is showing stepmotherly treatment for the state that contributes second highest tax.
Well, you're again saying stepmotherly. You're not responding to the. Now Surabhi has countered your argument with some statistics. Now, we expect the same from you. And she's saying that during the time of the UPA, they took so many months, and right now you're saying that delay is inordinate, and you approach court.
I'm telling, she herself said they sent it somewhere in September or October, and she got it in January. How many months is it?
I didn't say that.
3 or 4 months we settled.
I can
when
send
we
you
have
this
submitted
data.
in September. One second, madam. From September till April, what was this government doing? That means
you're
9 months nearly. This is what we are telling.
Not 9 months.
NDRF fund should be released within 2 or 3 months. One second. Wait, no,
November.
on September we submitted the report. On November, Mr. Amit Shah high-level committee got it. Please understand the facts, madam. Please understand the facts. Today it is more than 9 months from September.
The subcommittee memorandum was submitted in November, sir.
So when did we submit to you? Why that delay? You understand? We submitted in September. But you yourself said
when
it
NDA
was
is in
UPA.
power, but the same delay does not happen.
You should not come in between. No, did I come in between when you were speaking? Please, let me give the facts. When UPA was in power, you yourself said that in 3 or 4 months we settled. The commitment that UPA government had for Kannadigas, the commitment that UPA government had for the people of Karnataka, the commitment that UPA people had for the farmers of Karnataka. Why is it that Modi and Amit Shah don't have a commitment towards Kannadigas? Why is that the Modi, BJP and Amit Shah don't have a commitment for people of Karnataka who give second highest tax to their kitty? Are we worst? Why are these two leaders from Gujarat showing stepmotherly treatment for people of Karnataka. That means in another 15-20 days, the people of Karnataka
Okay.
are
We'll have
going
Surabhi
their
respond to
vote
that, Mr.
and
Sathya
they
Prakash.
will-
Before I
they
go back to
will put
Surabhi,
these
I
two
want
leaders
you to
from
answer.
Gujarat for showing stepmotherly treatment for people of Karnataka is all I want to say.
Okay, I want you to answer one more question. Mr. Sathya Prakash, answer the other issue that Surabhi raked up, that the primary responsibility in such situation is to immediately provide relief. The state government should be doing that, and then later probably expect support from the center. I want you to respond to that as well. I'll go back to Surabhi after that.
All the SDRF funds to the tune of 900 and something crores we have exhausted. Over and above that, Mr. Siddaramaiah today has said, we have taken money from the state exchequer from other sources and also we have given. That is why we are asking money from NDRF so that, we can take care of other developmental issues in the state because we have drawn money meant for other purposes to handle this drought situation. But what I am
Why-
asking is, today is already April. In another 1 month, 1 or 2 months, the next season is coming. When are you going to release the drought funds belonging to NDRF of last year?
Surabhi, one important aspect to note here is this issue is very relevant when you look at Lok Sabha elections. When you go to villages, when you go to most of these drought-hit taluks, there will be farmers, of course, who will be hoping for that relief to come in. And, with the state government dispersing that, they will, the politicians there probably will claim that it was the state that provided it. The center as well, if they do it, you will also claim. But at this point in time, with holding back these funds, probably is there a political edge that anybody gains here is the question mark that comes up. Or
what did you all
even
achieve?
if
What
the
did you all
Congress
achieve by not
politicizes
releasing
this
those
and
funds is all
blames
I
the
want to ask.
center, is there a political edge as well is the question. So how much of this really is politics, Surabhi?
It's absolutely entirely politics. If you see the Congress spokesperson script, this whole thing about stepmotherly treatment, who are these people from Gujarat? Why is Kannadiga Swabhimana? All of these are being spoken about by every single spokesperson, every single leader to raise that issue of South versus North. This is what they're trying to do. And the DK Shiv Kumar's brother has stated that they want a separate South Indian state, as well as DK Shiv Kumar himself has backed that statement. The Congress's strategy here in Karnataka and any southern state has been the othering of South Indians, as if South Indians can be one block by themselves. That is what is been happening. There is no genuine attempt to sit down with the center and have a dialogue. There is only attack and there is only PR. It is very surprising that today Veerappa Moily has accused the Prime Minister of being event manager and has spoken these words about the Prime Minister, whereas his own people here in Karnataka are doing just that. Please tell me, why did the Karnataka government have this not have this conversation? They wanted a public debate. Like, what is the cooperative federalism, and you want a public debate? You have had meetings with the finance minister. She has very clearly clarified the money that is supposed to come through will come through. And let me tell you, I read out statistics from 2009 and 2014. The amount that is requested is 18,000 crore. The loss is not 18,000 crore, sir. As per your own estimates, is around 34,000 crore. You have requested 13,000 crore. During the UPA time, a meagerly amount of only 907 crore was given when the request was 15,000 crore over the years of 2004 to 2009, and the same statistics from later on as well. When 23,974 crore was requested, a meagerly 2,600 crore was released. These are numbers from 2004, 2014. So in those 10 years, the amount of money that has come through versus the 13,000 crore that has come through in NDRF and STRF through the Modi government says a lot. What do you mean the Prime Minister has done nothing for Karnataka? I can give you a list of things that have been done. But yet you do not want to, the rhetoric. Deepak, I want you to notice, and every viewer here, notice the rhetoric. It is the othering. It is the othering. Who are these people from Gujarat? Which is what we are primarily against. Do you think that BJP does not want people in Karnataka to get flood drought relief? Of course, that Yediyurappa, when he was in government, made sure to fight for something like that. Why don't you put your
I'll also bring Arun.
in terms of the money, in terms of where
Okay.
it needs to be put forth, and instead you're drawing PR from this and politics on this.
I want to ask a simple question.
Okay, Arun, the BJP's charge is that the Congress is trying to get PR from this entire controversy. the issue is being resolved amicably and it is being resolved as per the process. Arun, I want you to come in. I have a couple of minutes, so I want to bring in your opinion as well.
Deepak, being an opposition party in power in Karnataka, Congress is doing what an opposition party, would be called upon to protect its interests. So here, the Karnataka has perhaps, the Chief Minister and others quite effectively are countering the statements made by both the Union Home Minister and Union Finance Minister. So, Deepak, we saw a terrible failure of monsoon last year, and it continued, until the end of the monsoon. And now, over the last 1 or 2 weeks, the severe summer, the temperature in many of the districts like Yadgir, like Raichur, Koppal, Gulbarga have crossed 45 degrees centigrade. And when that is the situation, and where there is no rains, which normally happens during this time, the state is undergoing another, severe summer. So when that is the case, and this issue, not being resolved, I think the state government has taken it up in a big way. I think the center, should now come to
the state government is taking it up in a big way because there is a necessity. You're saying, Arun, okay, I have just about 30 seconds left. I also want to bring in Sathya Prakash before I wrap up. Sathya Prakash, very quickly here, what's your plan going to be going forward? Are you going to have any more dialogues with the center, or is it going to be only the legal way?
See, now Nirmala Sitaram has said that she is going to approach the EC to see if she can release the funds. But I want to ask, what were you doing for 6 months or 4 months is all I must. Last question I want to ask Amit Shah, Modi is, what sin have the people of Karnataka done? What sin have we done? Giving 25 plus 1 MP to you is the sin.
Okay, the Congress is saying that the legal way is the only way out at this point in time for them as far as funds for the state is concerned. This is at least as far as drought relief is concerned. We'll of course keep a close track of all the developments that's happening in court. Thanking all our panelists. We'll have to slip into a quick break.